Hello and welcome back to another Speedpaint video. Today you're watching a sped up process of me drawing a Sacred Style Absol from Pokemon Unite. Stick around until the end to see how the finished result looks like. In the meantime, let's talk about this artwork. What you are seeing right now is me just making a basic sketch of the Absol. This is also known as a wireframe. This has to be done to assure that the artwork looks good. It's because if I didn't have a wireframe, then the whole thing would look terrible. I wanted this Absol to have quite an interesting pose, so to achieve this more easily, I put different body parts on separate layers to make sure that they are easier to pose. If I put all of the body parts on one layer, it would have been impossible to pose without me having to deal with a lot of things. So, now we are on the second part of the video, the line art. So this part is pretty basic. All I really do is just trace over specific parts of the wireframe, and that's pretty much it. Oh, I forgot to say something. Did you see I adjusted his nose? Well, it's because even on the wireframes I sometimes do make inaccuracies, so I have to adjust them post wireframe. Also, I add things that are previously not seen on the wireframe, for example fur texturing and clothes texturing, because without a wireframe they're pretty easy to draw, so them being on the wireframe is not needed at all. So now we are on to the coloring, and what I do here is select colors from official Absol images to make it more faithful to the source material. Then I use the lasso tool to highlight an area, and then I use the fill bucket tool to quickly color it in. Now, here's something. So basically, on these Sacred Style Absol images, since one of the Absols has lighting effects and the other one is facing the front where some of the parts are not visible, it's harder to get the official legit colors from these images, but I'm trying my best here. And also I need to modify the nose so it's more faithful to my art style, because this is an artwork that is in my art style after all. Gotta keep it as consistent as possible. So now we are on to the shading, and what I do here is that I use an airbrush tool to shade specific areas. I also use the lasso tool to assure that nothing goes out of bounds. It's because if anything goes out of the lines, the artwork will look unprofessional and people will be unable to unsee it. So, as per usual in these artworks, this airbrush is tinted a specific color to make the shading look more vivid. This time, it's yellow. So, anyways, I think I've said everything that I needed to say about the shading. So basically, you know how I said on that community post that said that the video was postponed to Sunday, that I visited my aunt. Yeah, I just wanted to provide more information on that because it was more than visiting my aunt. So basically, the event was originally going to happen in August 2024. However, I had to postpone it. It's because of personal reasons that I prefer not to give out. So basically, now that I've visited her, I would like to tell you what happened on the visit. So basically, I brought my Miraito and Soulmate plushies with me, and I showed it to my aunt's crocodile and he liked it. I also showed the plushies to my aunt's friend, and he said that he recognized them from the 2020 Olympics, and I told him they were still popular and active, and I think I showed him some screenshots of recent Mirasome posts, and you get the point. After we went to my aunt's, we went to the beach. I was hesitant to go to the beach, but I was forced to go. I didn't do much at the beach. I just talked to my family there Afterwards, we headed home and I was listening to some music, and one of the songs fitted the nighttime landscape so well. So anyways, now we are on to the background, and I'm gonna draw like those leaves on his head, like those symbols, like you get the point, and it's going to be yellow for obvious reasons. We're going to add some gradients and we're going to give Absol an outline, and here's the finished result. That looks pretty good. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more content like this, then I recommend subscribing. You can also check me out on Twitter or X to see more art like this and art that isn't available on YouTube and is exclusive to Twitter. Goodbye.